Hello and welcome everyone to your mat. Today we'll focus on releasing and relaxing. So using the breath to help us really kind of calm down and let go of any stress we might be carrying with us. So I'm going to be using 2 blocks, so if you have blocks, bring them along. Near the end for Shavasana, I plan to use a couple of blankets and or a bolster. Not necessarily both, so if you just have blankets, that's great. Yeah, and we'll get started. We're going to start by stacking our blocks on the mat and then coming into a hero's pose. So if you don't have blocks but you have a bolster, feel free to sit on your bolster in hero's pose. And if you don't have a bolster, stack several blankets on top of each other and then fold them narrowly and come to sit in hero pose. And pull the flesh of the thighs away from one another so that the weight of the body is resting in the sit bones, which are resting on the blocks. Good. And then take a moment here. So rest the hands on the thighs and turn the gaze forward and down or close the eyes. And from there, just start narrowing in your attention onto your breath. Don't try and change the breath. Just notice it. And take a few breaths there, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, and just dialing things down a little bit here. Good. Just settling in here, kind of letting go of any stressors from your day, anything on the to-do list that you have, and really focusing on being here in this moment. And then, after you feel like you've kind of settled in here, bring your left hand to your belly, just below your belly button, and then bring the right hand on top of the left hand. Lengthen through the spine, draw the front of the neck into the back of the neck, and that is for alignment purposes, to really bring the head over the shoulders and the shoulders over the hips. And then sense some engagement here in the belly. And then as you begin to breathe, start directing the breath all the way down into this low part of your belly. So inhaling through the nose and feeling the breath travel down, and maybe feel the belly expand a little bit here. And then exhale out through the mouth. Again, gaze is forward and down or eyes are closed. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling through the nose, allowing the breath to travel all the way down to the low belly. Feel the belly expand. And then exhale out through the mouth. And then notice on your next inhale if the jaw is soft. And if it's not, soften up a little bit there. And exhale through the mouth. And then as you begin your next inhale, move the left hand to the outside of the right rib and the right hand to the outside of the left ribs. And then complete your inhale and feel your rib cage expand. And the belly is still expanding as well. So there's lots of movement here in the torso. And again, exhale through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Inhaling, feel the belly expand, the rib cage expand. And exhale completely. Inhaling, filling the torso with the breath. And exhale completely. Good. And next, bring that left hand up into the right armpit, and the thumb points up towards the collarbone. And then the right hand slides up into the left armpit. And continue again with your breath. The belly expands, the rib cage expands, and now you feel some expansion here in the upper back and the front of the chest. And exhale completely. And 2 more times. Checking in with the alignment, head over shoulders over hips. Softening in the jaw and the space between the eyebrows. Really settling into this moment, using the breath to release and relax. And then on the next inhale, slide the hands out from the torso, bring the palms together, and bring the thumbs to heart center. Gaze is still either closed or forward and down. Take a moment here to notice how you feel since we started. Maybe set an intention for your practice today. That intention could be around releasing and relaxing as you practice. It could be around utilizing the breath during the practice. Or it could be something specific to what you feel is calling to you today. And then once you have your intention set, take one final breath here. In through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. And release the hands from the heart and place the palms back on the thighs. And then lift that right hand and flip the palm towards the sky, and then allow the fingertips to drip towards the mat. And the right arm, the upper arm here, is close to the torso. And then lift the left hand and place the left fingertips on top of the right fingertips, and use your left thumb to press into the back of the right hand. And then just begin to apply gentle pressure here. And the goal is really to stretch the inside of the right wrist here. So take a couple breaths here. Notice how it feels. Using that left hand to exert a little bit of pressure on the right fingertips. And then release the left hand from the right palm. Bring the right palm up to face your torso and place the left hand on the outside of that, of the right hand. And then begin to curl the right wrist in towards your torso. So stretching outside of the right wrist here. And we'll take a couple more breaths. Again, expanding in all portions of the torso. Just settling into our practice today. Good. And release the right hand. Flip the left palm away from you, fingers drip down towards the earth, right fingertips on top of the left, that right thumb placed into the back of the right or left hand, and then exerting a little bit of pressure on the fingers, feeling that stretch. Soften a little bit in the elbow here. Notice what you notice. I can feel it a lot, but I spend 40 hours a week at a keyboard, so I think that's pretty natural. Okay, one more breath here. keeping the jaw soft, keeping our alignment, allowing the torso to expand on the in-breath and collapse on the out-breath. And release the left hand, bring the palm facing the torso, right hand on the outside of the left hand, and begin to draw that palm or the hand in towards the torso. And feel the stretch move to the outside of the wrist, the back of the hand. Good. And then slowly release that, and we'll shake both of our hands here a little bit. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, and lower the right hand towards the mat. Draw the left shoulder blade onto the back body. Soften into the right elbow and reach the left hand over towards the right side of the mat. Notice how the weight is shifting in the sit bones, and maybe try and keep the weight evenly distributed. And just notice where you feel the stretch here. And press off the right hand, sweep the arm up. Exhale the left hand. Spider walk the fingers away. Soften in that left elbow. Draw the right shoulder blade onto the back body, keeping the head, neck, shoulders, and hips in line here. And then reach that right hand, the fingertips towards the left side of your mat. Notice how the weight has changed here in the sit bones. Breathe. Feel the rib cage expand and contract. Soften in the jaw. No rush here. Good. And then begin to press up off of the left hand. Sweep both hands up. Palms meet. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Inhale and sweep the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers, but instead of bringing the palms together, keep the palms separate here behind the back body. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back body. Think of drawing everything here in the middle inwards, so we're not splaying out, okay? And then imagine you have hands here, partner yoga, on the outside of the upper arms. And as you inhale, feel the shoulders, the upper arms expand out to the sides. And then exhale, and they draw in towards one another. And do that 2 more times here. Inhaling and expanding. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, expand. Exhale and draw in. Good. And slowly release the fingertips from behind the back. Bring the palms to the thighs again. Inhale, sweep the right hand up. Bend into that right elbow and plant the palm on the top of your head. Turn your gaze about 30 degrees from midline. Then begin to draw the chin towards the chest. Release that left hand. If you brought it up to note your midline here, go ahead and release that left hand back down onto the thigh and soften the left shoulder down and away here. The right hand is just applying gentle pressure. 2 more breaths here. Trying to stretch the muscles in the back of the neck and maybe just down next to the spine. On the left side of the spine, you might feel that stretch. the next inhale, lift the head. Release that right hand back to the thigh. Bring the gaze back to center. Inhale, sweep the left hand up. Bend into that left elbow. Turn the gaze about 30 degrees from the midline and use the left hand to apply gentle pressure, drawing the chin down towards the chest, softening in the back body. So the spine is long here. The shoulder blades are relaxed. And just notice where you notice it. And on the next inhale, lift the head. Release that left hand back down onto the thighs. And we'll move off of the blocks and come to a tabletop. Bring your blocks to the top of your mat. Wrists under shoulders, knees as wide as the hips here. Toes can be either curled under or released. Lift up in the low belly and the rib cage. Spine is long, gaze is down between the thumbs here. Big breath in. And as you exhale, curl the chin in. Arch the back and reach the tailbone towards the heels. And inhale, lift the head, lift the tailbone, sink the belly. And each movement lasts as long as the breath. So inhale, come into your cat, and exhale, come into your cow. And again, one more time, coming into cat. Exploring a little bit, noticing how this feels in the back body and the front body. And then come to a neutral spine. Separate the knees, touch the toes, sink the heels back, coming into Balasana or child's pose. Walk the hands forward. Bring the forehead to the earth. You're welcome to bring a block in underneath the forehead if the earth is not easily accessible to you. And if child's pose is not in your practice, feel free to come into a puppy dog pose. But whether you're in puppy dog or child's pose, make this an active pose in the arms. And in the palms of the hands. So use the hands to press into your mat, which in turn brings your hips a little closer to your heels. And then shift around a little bit here. And then focus on the breath. So as you inhale, feel the breath move into the back body. Stretching the skin, moving the rib cage and the shoulder blades, and exhaling out through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Breathing in through the nose, feeling the breath in the back. Exhaling out through the mouth. Maybe revisiting your intention here. Using the breath as we practice on our mat. Relaxing and releasing into this very moment. On the next inhale, lift the head off of your mat. Spider walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Bring the left palm on top of the right palm. Lower the forehead back to the mat. Use that right hand to press back into the left sit bone. Inhale and feel the breath expand the left rib cage. And you can do this in puppy dog. Take another breath here. And inhale, lift the forehead, spider walk the hands to center, and then over to the left side. Plant the left palm and bring the right palm on top of it. Press into that left hand. Feel the right sit bone reaching towards the right heel. Breathe into the right side body. A few more breaths here. Should feel yummy. Notice if anything in particular feels tight. Maybe direct the breath to that tightness and see what you can do to really relax in that space. And inhale, lift the head, spider walk the hands back to center, and lift the torso coming into tabletop. And then from tabletop, grab your blocks, bring them up onto the highest level. Step the right foot forward between the blocks and bring the hands to the blocks. And then just take a moment here. Curl the back toes on the left foot so you feel a little bit of a stretch in the bottom of the foot. And then check in with the torso here. So we're not looking for a stretch here, and we're not looking to open the rib cage. Instead, we're holding everything in, so this is very solid and supported, and the hands are on the blocks. Okay, we'll take a breath in here, and as we exhale, shift the hips back and lengthen through this right leg. And then if you need to pull those right toes up off the earth to get a little bit more stretch, feel free to do that. If you can keep the foot down, do that as well. So whichever suits your body. Okay, inhale and come back. All right, I said that wrong. That was exhale to come back. So let's try again. Take a breath in, and as you're inhaling, shift the hips back and lengthen the leg. And then exhale and come forward. All right? And we're inhaling through the nose, feeling the torso expand, making the movement last as long as the breath, and exhale back to our low lunge. Okay. Inhale, shift the hips back, lengthen through the leg, and exhale, come back to our low lunge. And then our next move will be to inhale and lift the left knee, and exhale and tap the left knee. Inhale, lift, long spine. Exhale, tap the knee. Inhale, lift. Long spine here, long leg. Exhale, tap the knee. And then one more. Inhale, lift and lengthen the left knee and straighten the right leg. And exhale, come back to our low lunge. Inhale, lift, lengthen both legs. Exhale, lower, low lunge. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale. And the left knee back to the mat. Lower that left block. Plant the left hand on the block. Walk the right foot a little bit wider here. Bring the right hand to the right knee, and then begin to twist the torso towards that right thigh. And you can stay right here if you like, or sweep the right hand up. Nice little twist here. Big breath in. Nice long exhale. One more breath in, and as you exhale, come back to your low lunge. Step that right foot back into tabletop. And then we'll bring our left foot forward. Bring the blocks in. So low lunge, hugging everything in here. Activate the right glute. Inhale. Exhale and shift the hips back. Lengthen the left leg. Inhale to low lunge. Exhale, lengthen through that left leg. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale to low lunge. Exhale and lift the right knee. Inhale, lower and tap. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lower and tap. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lower and tap. I think that was 3. So this time we will lengthen both legs. Exhale, lower and tap. Inhale, straighten both legs, torso's parallel. Exhale, lower and tap. Inhale, lift the hips. Straighten both legs. That back heel can be on the mat or slightly lifted. Exhale, lower. Good. And then flatten the right block so it is on the lowest level on your mat. Step that left foot a little bit wider than it was. Left hand to left knee. Torso long, twist towards the thigh. And you can stay here or sweep the left hand up to the sky. Big breath in here. Nice long exhale. One more breath in. And exhale, release. Bring the blocks to the top of the mat. Step the left foot back. Walk the hands forward, one handprint. Curl the toes under. Float the hips up. Coming into downward facing dog pose. Take a big breath in here. Press strongly on the heels of the hands so the arms are long here. The heels of the feet can be lifted and the knees can be bent as much as necessary. Big breath in here. Nice long exhale. Do that 2 more times wherever you're at in your down dog. And if down dog is not in your practice, then come into puppy dog here. And once you've completed your 3rd full round of breathing, on your next inhale, walk the hands to the top of the mat. Bring your blocks in so we're in forward fold here. Inhale halfway, long spine. Take a breath here. Notice where the weight is in the feet. Spine is long, belly's lifted here. Shift your weight to your left foot, step the right foot to the back of the mat, and rotate the heel down. And move your blocks back so that you feel supported here. And then once the feet are in place, inhale and windmill the hands up, coming into Warrior 2. And we'll move with our breath here from Warrior 2. Inhaling, flipping the palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale to Warrior 2. Exhale, come into extended side angle. You can keep the hand on the outside of the right hip or sweep it up and over. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Gaze can be either up at the left hand or back towards the right big toe. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Windmill the hands to your blocks, lift through that right heel, pause here, gather everything in the middle of the body inwards, and shift your weight onto the left foot. Step forward into a forward fold. In this forward fold, your knees can be bent, the front of the chest can rest on the thighs. Curl the chin in so the crown of the head reaches towards the earth. Inhale halfway. Rest the hands on your blocks. And we'll go to the opposite side. So shift your weight to your right foot, step the left foot back, and rotate the left heel to the mat. Press the feet apart here so you feel lots of action in the legs. And windmill the hands up to warrior two. And once again, we will move the body with the breath. So, inhale here, flip the palm, exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, back to warrior two. Big breath in here. Windmill the hands back to your blocks. Lift through that left foot. Shift your weight forward onto the right leg and press off from that left foot and come back into a forward fold. Clasp opposite elbows here. Sway back and forth left and right. Practice releasing and letting go. Feel everything drain out. Draining from the head out into the earth, out into the ether. Soft jaw. Good. And release the elbows. Plant the palms. Walk the feet back to downward facing dog pose. Big breath in here. Pedal your feet. Make this down dog perfect for your practice today. If you'd rather come into puppy dog, do that. If you'd like to flow through, you're welcome to do that as well. So think about what you need right now. And take that. And then on your next inhale, lower the knees. Coming into tabletop. And then shifting the feet forward here. Lengthening through the spine. And we'll make our way onto our back body. But before we do that, let's set up for our Shavasana. So I have a blanket here that I have rolled up into a log. And then once we're down on the floor, just have your blocks close by. And what we'll be doing is setting the blanket on top of the blocks and using it as a bolster. So if you have a bolster and you want to try this because you have blocks in a blanket, you're welcome to. If you don't have blocks in a blanket, just use your bolster. Okay, but coming down onto the back body, come down in a way that serves you, okay? You can come down and work your abdominals, moving slowly, or you're welcome to use your elbows and support yourself. So do what's right for you. And then I'll move this aside. So here we are on our back bodies. Bring the knees in, rock left and right. Little massage for the back here. And then slowly make your way back onto the sacrum. Keep that right knee hugging in and extend the left leg long. And then bring the right arm wide. You can bring it into cactus shape. And draw the right knee over to the left side of the mat. And then play around a little bit here. Make yourself comfortable. And you can bring a block in to rest the knee on. If having the right arm in cactus does not feel good, then please extend the arm wide into a T. And then gaze can be up at the sky over towards that right hand. And then just breathe. Just be here on your mat in this moment. Noticing anything that comes up, but then letting that go. So releasing is part of our relaxation today. Using the breath to guide us, to calm the nervous system, to keep us in the present moment. And then one more breath here. And on the next inhale, begin to roll onto the back body. Hug that right knee in, bring the left knee in to join it, then extend the right leg long. Grab your block and move it over to the right side of your mat. And then draw the left knee over to that block. And then set your left arm up so the arm can be wide or in cactus shape, whichever feels right for you. And then breathe here. Direct the breath to the left side body. Soften in the jaw and the space between the brows. Notice any part of you that might be over-efforting here. Where can you relax? Where can you soften? One more breath here. One more exhale. And then on the next inhale, roll onto your back. And if there's one final pose you'd like to take, please take it. And then when you're ready, if you have a bolster and you want to use your bolster, bring that in. If you want to try Shavasana with the blocks and the rolled up blanket, bring the blanket and the blocks just underneath the backs of the knees. I've got an extra blanket for my head. The heels should land on your mat. Arms come out about 45 degrees from the torso, palms are flipped towards the sky, and curl the fingers in. Close the eyes or turn the gaze forward and down. Soften in the jaw here. Settle in. Hit the pause button on the video and stay here. Practicing releasing and relaxing here on your mat. Using the breath. Noticing anything that pops into the mind, and then just relaxing and releasing that thought into the ether, letting it go. And if you notice that you're focused on a thought, then just acknowledge that and then let it go, because the mind can do that to you, no matter what your best intentions are. That's its job. And then when you're ready to rejoin, come back to us by hitting the play button again. Begin to deepen your breath. Flex the fingers and toes to return movement to the body. Press each finger into the thumb pads. Draw the right knee into the chest, and then the left knee, and roll to whichever side it is calling you. Pausing there for a moment, and using the strength of the arms to lift to a comfortable seat. Coming into easy sit pose, or you're welcome to bring your block and come back into hero. Bring your hands to your belly. Draw the breath all the way down. Feel the belly expand. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right rib and the right hand to the outside of the left rib. Inhale all the way down to the belly and feel the belly and the rib cage expand. Slide the left hand up into the right armpit and the right hand up into the left armpit. Big breath in here. Nice long exhale. Release the hands from the torso, palms to heart center. Palms to prayer, hands to heart center. Gaze forward and down, eyes closed. Return to that intention that you set at the start of class. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, let that intention go, releasing it into the ether. Thank you all for practicing with me today. I hope this has brought a little bit of calm and stress reduction into your day. Use your breath. Whenever you feel that tension climbing, it's there for you, deepening, expanding, and relaxing. In love and gratitude, our practice is complete. Namaste.